Good afternoon on your Wednesday. I'm GeoEnvironmental Atmospheric Forecaster Andrew Fleck, and we're going to show you what's going on here as we head into the mid-time of heating, and we have some thunderstorms developing a little more increasing in intensity over the eastern Tennessee Valley and mid-Atlantic. And then, of course, we're going to show you how further on and frontal that goes westward over into the states of, obviously, Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma. So we're first going to put and point our focus into the mid-Atlantic here. This is where those storms are most likely active. And we have currently a front that is swinging through from north to south here. And of course, still extending back toward Pittsburgh and central Pennsylvania. You have a low pressure being up here and a warm front about right here. So you have that cold front, it's pushing southward. As it pushes southward, it's going to compress that southwestern flow, and with that flow, it moves about this way, right up against the front, and so that's pretty much pumping that moderate instability into those locations, and that is the reason why we're seeing those thunderstorms this afternoon. Now that line is going to progressively move down probably to the border of Virginia and North Carolina, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So obviously there's going to be thunderstorms developing, some becoming more severe as they head further south, and obviously that's going to be the bigger situation. The more further south they move, the more severe they'll obviously get. Once sunset hits and the sun goes down, the storm should begin to diminish. We think at best beginning at 6 and probably at the latest about 8 o'clock. So that is what we have at least across your eastern United States, and you'll see that the satellite imagery is just updating, and now we're going to head westward across the central plains, and you can see that this front here is extending all the way back into Missouri and Kansas, and so our next severe threat is going to exist from Kansas into Missouri. And even in our little outlook, we highlighted parts of northeastern Oklahoma. We figured that there could be a good enough flow that some of these storms develop here, and they pretty much follow the front back here. And again, we highlighted northeastern Oklahoma because we felt that they could very well be affected as well. So, everything's really coexisting here. It's that front and that low pressure back over the Great Lakes and Northeast, but all the way back as west as the Central Plains is where all that's extending. So that's why we're seeing the storms that we are, and those slight risks, not just over the east, but also the Central Plains. Last but not least, I did want to explain one further mention, and that's obviously across Texas here. We do have some general thunderstorms, no severe or tornado warned or watched. And of course, that's going to be because we get that Gulf flow, all that moisture being close to the coast, and that's ignited some of these thunderstorms over central and southeastern Texas, even in Mexico here too. So that obviously is normal for this time of the season because those Gulf waters are warming. You get that southerly flow, and it's going to pretty much ignite with instability and produce thunderstorms. So that's the wrap-up and the summary of what we're seeing for today. And just watch out there across the eastern Tennessee Valley and mid-Atlantic. Storms are going to continue to probably increase in intensity, slow down toward once the sun goes down. Back over the central plains, we can definitely experience the possibilities of the storms beginning around perhaps 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and on. That would be more of once the sun goes down, the storms would still ignite. So you have to watch throughout that area as well. Of course, as we look right in front of us over Texas, flash flooding and thunderstorms also exist down there. So I'm GeoEnvironmental Atmospheric Forecaster Andrew Fleck. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.